Welcome to Your Healing Journey, Module 3. I love this one. Well, who am I kidding? I love them all. Your healing journey is incredibly important. It is the basis for your messages, like we talked about in Module 2. And it really is the part of you that connects to your purpose. It's the stories, the experiences, the challenges, the all of the things you have overcome that lead you and guide you to knowing what your purpose is. It's my personal belief that these obstacles and challenges that we have overcome, that we've moved through in our life, are here to illuminate that path that we are meant to be on, guiding us to our purpose, to help others who have been through those similar, that are on that beginning side of that journey that we have gone through, or are at an earlier stage of the journey. Maybe you can almost envision it like a path, a long path that goes through. As long as you've walked a portion of that curvy path before somebody else, you are there to guide them, to tell them what you've experienced, how you were able to navigate it. That is an incredibly important role, to be there for others as they walk through a journey that you have been through. So let's dive in. Let's dive into why it's important that we uncover and get connected with our healing journeys. I said journeys, journeys in our soulful business, and why it is important that we really dive in and express and illuminate and share our powerful healing journey with our clients. I know that there are many people who, many healers and coaches actually, who have shared with me, I don't know if I want to share so much about my personal self, or do they really even need to know that? Do they want to know? I feel vulnerable to share. Well, I completely understand that. And I want to say that I respect that and understand that you have to have your own personal boundaries in what feels right to you. But I do want to encourage you that your dream clients need to hear that you've been through this too. They need to hear that you understand them. They need to understand that you connect with them in that very, very special and intimate way. You will connect deeply with those that you are meant to help guide and transform, those that you're meant to walk hand in hand with and to say, I've been through this. Let me show you the way. You know, those unique experiences are the very thing that connects us. I want to ask you a question. The last time that you worked with a healer or a coach that you really felt connected with and aligned with, somebody that truly helped to transform your struggles, your journey, did that person, had they experienced the same thing that you were going through? Did they act as a guide for you? Were they somebody that you felt knows what you were going through? And think about how important that was for you to know that they understood you. I would love to share a personal story. I have dealt with health anxiety since I was about 6 or 7 years old. For as long as I can remember, I've looked in the medical books, and I remember even like 9 years old, just through this big blue American medical book or whatever, I would just look through it. And my mom said, either you're going to be a doctor or a really big warrior. Well, the latter. So in the most recent years, I've tried working on my health anxiety in a deeper way. And I've tried a couple of different coaches that just, I liked their modality. I loved their personality, and I loved who they were. But honestly, they didn't know anything about health anxiety in particular. They hadn't struggled with it. They didn't know what those deepest parts of it, and what those real thoughts and feelings and all of that depth that comes with my particular situation. I really believe that having somebody who connects with your real, true journey and has been there before is the ultimate person who you need to connect with in order to heal. I would love to tell you a little story about Ashley. Ashley and I met about 8 or 9 months ago, and I remember her main focus as a coach was on fitness and food and mindset. And I loved her content. I mean, it was awesome. It was great. You know, she works out every day and she eats really well, and she has transformed herself through fitness and food and mindset, where, you know, part of her journey was her weight that she had after as postpartum, and then she transformed it through fitness, and she wanted to share that journey with others. It was an amazing journey to share, and an incredible avenue for her to go down. However, I felt like there was always something missing. So one day, Ashley came to us in a group thread and said, guys, I really need help. I am deeply, deeply feeling this imposter syndrome beast, which can be really difficult to overcome. That feeling that that you're comparing to others, you need more certifications, you need more experience, you need more of all of these things in order to feel like you can provide value. What I first said to her was, Ashley, no matter what you have been through in your journey of weight loss in that postpartum time is really, really amazing. And you can absolutely help moms with this. But then I asked her, is this really the healing journey you feel the most, that you have transformed the most in? Do you really believe that this is your deepest purpose being revealed to yourself? Is there another healing journey? Is there another journey that you've been through that you believe you could help others with, that you believe is the more powerful to your heart, your soul, your gut? What is that journey? What are those messages? So what we uncovered during that conversation was that there was a deeper purpose and deeper healing journey that we needed to uncover in order for her to feel more empowered to be a coach, a guide, to be able to say, I have been through this and this is so powerful for my life, and I need to show you the way. And so what that journey was for her was an experience of having 6 children. She had lost herself. She felt lost. She felt overwhelmed. Absolutely, 6 kids. I'm sure it'll do that to you. My gosh, I've got 2. And I definitely feel that feeling. But she experienced this transformation when she learned how to, as you saw in module 2, realize that she is the healer of time, that she believes that time can be a tool and a blessing, that you can, as a mom, not live in this state of overwhelm. And the reason she knew that was because she had put these practices into play and she had transformed in a huge way herself. So once she tapped into that journey, then she's on fire. Now she is totally on fire, sharing her messages, sharing her purpose, sharing her journey. And it's because she tapped into what meant the most to her and what experience she felt that she most wanted to share with others. Now, I do want to give a little exception to the rules, because for every rule, it can be broken. So here is something I want to share, that it is absolutely okay if the journey is something you have been through with somebody else that you have personally helped them with. If it is somebody else's journey, but you have been like hand in hand, side by side, very invested with them through that process. I'll give you an example. So I have a friend, Dr. Jill, who her truest purpose was called out through the healing journey of her husband. Her husband was diagnosed with brain cancer in his 30s. She set on a mission to help her husband through holistic practices, mindset, all of this incredible work she set out to do in order to help him recover. And guess what? He did. He made a full recovery. And now, years later, he's in his 60s and he's doing amazing. He's thriving and living a perfectly normal, cancer-free life. Through that process, she learned so much about holistic life. She started her company about the BioCode system, which is all about mindset. And it's an incredible program. And she did this all because of her husband's healing journey. So in that way, obviously she's tapped in because she was walking through it with him. And I definitely think that that is as relevant and as powerful as your own personal healing journey, because you can say, I've been through this with somebody. So just know that if that's your case, that is perfectly wonderful and will empower others through your story of you and that person you journeyed with. Okay, so it's time to do a couple of healer spotlights. Okay, the first one is Heather. I am so impressed with where Heather has taken her healing journey and empowering others in the way of being able to heal something with plants, not pills. I'm trying to say it right. To go from pills to plants. There you go. Her healing journey has been incredible. I mean, she was diagnosed with hypothyroidism years ago and did not want to continue to take medication for her entire life. So she decided to make it a mission to find alternative ways. And she did. And so now she guides women through that process of healing their hypothyroidism through plants and not pills. Let me share with you about an incredible healer by the name of Phoenix. She was at one of the workshops that I did on this topic. And when we came to this healing journey, she shared, and we were all just like jaw dropped because she went in a little detail about her near-death experience. But it was absolutely beautiful because when she expressed where she came after that and what that illuminated for her in her life of not taking moments for granted, to always feel that life is a gift and every moment that you live is to be cherished. She empowered all of us to say, no more taking things for granted. We are living with gratitude and we are going to jump, stretch, and live in our life. So thank you, Phoenix, for sharing your story with us. Please know that your healing journey and your story does not need to be this incredibly powerful life or death experience story. That whatever it is that you went through that means the most to you, that feels that just you feel it in your gut. You know that the reason you've gone through what you've gone through is preparing you to walk others through that journey. Just know that that experience is enough. You are enough. Your stories are enough. Your journey is enough. You are enough. Oh God, I'm feeling a little choked up. Let me take a breather. Okay, I'm back. I wanted to share with you about my story. And I'm a perfect example of how your stories don't need to be so deeply powerful, but that they are still yours and that you are meant to help others through your stories. Let me think about where to start. I have been an entrepreneur by nature, by blood. I'm third generation entrepreneur. I have always believed that starting a business is so amazing. So it just lights me up. It has always been something that I've loved to do, to start businesses, market them, have fun with them. It's fun to me. One of my favorite shows is Shark Tank. If you ask me, well, that and now The Witcher, but if you ask me, what do I want to watch? If I could watch anything, it would be Shark Tank, because I love seeing businesses and ideas, and it's just in my blood. Okay, so that brings me to my mid-30s when when we started having children, my husband and I, and now we have a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old. Well, when they were born, they were extremely colicky. I mean, like, both of the boys, I tried everything. I tried all the breastfeeding diets and all of the things that I needed to do to help them, and nothing worked. And so from that point forward, I felt like I took this role of, I have to be there for them for all things. I can't, like, how can we get a babysitter when they're this way, or whatever it was. And so I basically completely abandoned any of that entrepreneur side of me. I was selling LuLaRoe at the time, and I quit that business. I had a side business as a family photographer. I also stopped that and basically went all in for the kids. So that brings me to a little over a year ago, when I was just at like a really dark, not good time. I had invested everything with the kids as a homeschool mom and everything. And I said to my husband, I sat there in the kitchen, there's the kitchen. And I said, is this it? Is this my life? I love the kids. I love our family. I'm so grateful for all of what we have, but I'm not fully fulfilled. I really believe that I have a greater purpose. I have more that I need to give, and that there's something there that I need to do. There's always something more inside of me. There's always this light that is always been inside of me. I just thought about Ignite. That had been dimmed. And yes, I needed to ignite it. Oh my God, I'm getting emotional. Whew, man, today's been an emotional module. Anyway, I did not know what that purpose was. I really could not figure out what would that even be. So I went to IIN, as I told you in the beginning. I did all these things, and I was trying to figure out, what is that purpose and what am I supposed to do? And that is when I discovered Clubhouse, and I discovered these incredible humans, and through connecting with others and through finding what I was really truly good at, and realizing what my messages were and what my story was when I was as an entrepreneur, and what I had been through and how I could help others, all of a sudden it was like, what? My purpose has been illuminated. Oh my gosh, that was the biggest transformation for me, is realizing that if you connect with your purpose as I have, that all the other things will fall into place, because my life has. I now have an integrated life of living my passion and with my kids. My husband has the kids right now at his parents while I'm making these videos. And I feel like, you know what? We can do this. And what drives me and what propels me is that it's my purpose, that it's my passion, and that I truly feel that it is my duty, my job to be out there helping healers and coaches to create businesses, the thing I've always loved to do, and market businesses. That is what I am meant to do. And that's why I went through all that entire journey of starting multiple businesses and going through all these things. It's because I am meant to help others like you to create a business that you are meant to, a thriving business that you're meant to. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so in your workbook, I want you to, this is a deep one. Okay, so I want you to take it one step at a time. I want you to look at your journey, your experiences, all of those things. And I also want you to know I included areas of your ongoing healing journey. The reason I included that is because it helps you to find just areas that you can connect with others, even if it's not something that you're going to directly use to work with clients. It's important to know, what are we still working on? What journey are we still on, so that we can connect to others in a deeper, connected way. So the reflection that I would love for you to do in this moment is to ask yourself these two questions. What obstacles are you most proud of overcoming in your life? And what is the area that you are still working on, even if you're still struggling with it? Because remember, there's a continuum, and you can be just a bit past somebody else in their journey, and you can still guide them to where you've been. So those are the questions I want you to do in this moment while I turn on a little music. Okay, welcome back. Thank you for reflecting on those while you're taking the time to work on Module 3. And I want to mostly tell you that we are all in this together. We are connected in this collective through our experiences, through our journey, through our healing. And though it may feel vulnerable to share, though it may feel a little hard at times, I would encourage you to connect to your healing journey more and to use that to propel you in your mission. Thanks, and I'll see you in Pillar 4, which is your dream client. See you then.